you have you heard about it? What?
I visited LA and like Corona and all that.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So yeah, so I'm from Agora Hills, right? Small town. Normally nobody's ever heard about it. And what Agora is called the bubble. Because there's like a saying, it's like if you don't get good grades, if you don't go to a good school, you kind of get stuck there and you're kind of trapped in the bubble for the rest of your life.
Wow.
And so I saw a lot of my friends, their older brothers, their older sisters, saw some of my cousins that they kind of were just stuck at home because they didn't get good grades, they didn't work hard, they kind of slacked around during high school. So what did I do? I said, you messed up, you messed up, you messed up, I'm going to do something different. So I'm not very smart, but like I worked hard in school because I wanted to get good grades and I wanted to be able to go to a school and not be trapped in the bubble. So I got decent grades and I got accepted to a school called Sonoma State University in Northern California. And I was like, bro, I'm going to be studying business, I'm going to be able to own my own business in a couple of years, I'm going to make it. And then my neighbor Bryce came to me with this opportunity. It was literally 2 years ago, my last month of high school, last few months of high school, and I kind of just completely blew him off. I was like, Bryce, like I'm in high school right now, I didn't go to college yet, I didn't study business yet, how do you expect me to run a business when I'm still in high school? So I kind of pushed him off. Then what happened was a couple months went by, I started seeing him make a lot of money, started seeing him kind of change as a person from the kid who did nothing with his life to the kid who was doing something with his life. And he got a new car. That was a BMW. So I was like, all right, what the fuck? So I kind of went back and he started explaining it to me, man, and it just kind of clicked with me. It really just made sense. What he told me was, Sam, you want to own your own business, right? I said, 100%, bro. That's exactly what I'm going to do. That's why I'm going to business school. He said, well, how are you going to own your own business when you graduate $40,000 in debt? Like, how? It's impossible. It's literally impossible. I saw my dad, he was struggling financially. I saw he couldn't give me $1 million to just go open up my own business. So I was going to graduate $40,000 in debt, and what do you think is going to happen when you're $40,000 in debt? You move back in with your parents, you get a job, you pay for your loans. And I was like, so I'm going to be back in the bubble? Like, that doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? So he started talking to me. He said, Vima, it's not going to consume your life. I'm not telling you to quit school. I'm not telling you to quit basketball. I'm not telling you to quit anything. He said, do this part-time so you can build an asset with it so you don't have to graduate college in debt. Instead, you can graduate making a lot of money. I was like, all right, well, how does that work? You know what I'm saying? And what he told me was, all you have to do is share this concept and share why you're excited. He said, you're not going to be a salesman trying to push these products to people, because who here likes salesmen? No one. Who here opens the door when that random guy knocks on the door and like listens to them and says, yeah, I want that? No one. You're like, dude, I don't want what you're selling. You close the door, you know what I'm saying? So he told me all you have to do is talk to your friends, tell them you're excited about working on something big. And my friend Bryce, he said, he'll do all the talking about the business. He'll do all the talking about the product. I was like, shit, that's kind of easy, you know what I'm saying? I just have to bring my friends to you and you'll explain it to them. He said, obviously not everyone's going to want to do this. Some people are going to be comfortable working their job. Some people are going to be comfortable just kind of, living on the weekends. And he said, that's fine. But some of your friends are going to be like us where they're going to want more out of life. I was like, hell yeah, dude, let's find those people. So what I kind of see this whole thing as now is we're pretty much just creating a fraternity or a sorority, whatever you want to call it, of motivated, ambitious, hungry people. Because I joined a fraternity in college, but I was connected with just a bunch of stoners and a bunch of alcoholics. Didn't really help me get ahead in life, even though I joined the fraternity for the connections, for the business connections. But there's none there. So with this, I kind of see that we're just connecting ourselves with young, motivated, successful people. We're making money while we're doing it, and we're developing skills. And I think that's the most important thing, because in life, money comes and goes. But once you learn how to do something, you can do it for the rest of your life. I don't know about you guys, but I was never taught how to public speak. I was never taught how to communicate with people. I was never taught how to build relationships. But if you think about it, those are the things that people get paid a lot of money for. And through this business, I learned how to do it. Guess what? I'm getting paid a lot of money for it. So that's kind of the cool thing about this, is that you're going to learn a lot of skills. But for me, because I was a business guy, I was studying business, what kind of sold me on the whole concept was the timing. So, like you said, man, our parents, they regret not investing into Google, not investing into Apple. They regret just kind of watching those things blow up right before their eyes. Now, when I looked at this company, it's 9.5 years old. But what's crazy is in the past 3 years, the company went from 58 million to 117 million to 220 million. So like I said, I'm not very smart, but I'm also not dumb. And when you see a company growing by hundreds of millions of dollars, and they're projected to be a multi-billion-dollar company, kind of want to take a second look at it. So what I saw was, dude, the products made sense. I don't know about you guys, because I'm from California, so I might be wrong, but I'm pretty freaking sure everyone around you is addicted to caffeine. I'm pretty sure they wake up tired and hungover and they drink some kind of Red Bull or Rockstar or a Starbucks or something like that. I'm pretty sure before class and before work they're drinking something to pick themselves up, and at night it's the same exact shit. Now what I also realized is all the caffeine out there is killing people. So if you can introduce people to a healthy, good tasting alternative, they're going to want it. Now the fact that we can make money doing this, the fact that we can learn from successful people, that's kind of the icing on the cake. Because for me, that's what kind of like, I was like, damn, that makes sense, man. We're learning from successful people. When you go to school, like me, I was studying business, but who was I learning from? I was learning from teachers that make $40,000 a year that don't know how to run a business, dude. Seriously, because if they knew how, I'm pretty sure they'd be out there in the real world doing it. Like, no disrespect to them, but that's kind of the way I saw it. So what Bryce told me was, if you want to be successful, if you want to be wealthy, if you want to have time freedom, if you want to live that MTV Cribs lifestyle, learn from people that are doing it. And that's the crazy thing, bro. Our whole lives, what have we been doing? We've been learning from people how to make money that don't know how to make money. So with this, dude, we're able to study successful people. Like for me, I met a guy named Brad Alcazan, who right now he makes about $250,000 every single month. And he's 28 years old, dude. He's 28 years old, dude. He's like a little bit smaller than me. He has like, you know what I'm saying, a big goofy smile, dude. And he's a kid. He's a kid. But his garage, like the cars in his garage, are worth more than 3 of his houses. That's the crazy thing, dude. He's a kid that's our age, that he's not in the NFL, he's not some rapper, he's not anything special. He's a normal average person that's seeing phenomenal results. Like abnormal results. Like not normal. I don't know how else to say it. And so when I saw him, I saw he was normal. I saw he was nice. I saw he was cool. And I saw he was making a lot of money. So I was like, Brad, teach me how to do that, bro. Teach me what you're doing. So I started studying him. I started studying successful people. And why do you think I'm kind of successful right now? Because in life, if you do what people do and you say what people say, you're going to get what they get. So instead of following people that didn't know how to make money, that didn't know where they were going with their futures, I started following someone that did. And what Brad kind of taught me was wealthy people, they have multiple sources of income. He says all Vima is a platform to get ahead in life. Because what do most people do? They kind of just flatline. They graduate high school, they maybe go to college, they get a job, and they do the same thing over and over again for like 50 years. That's boring as shit, dude. You get one vacation a year, that's not very, like, you know, cool. What he told me was wealthy people, multiple sources of income. He said use Vima as a platform to build capital, so save some money up for future investments, to build connections so you know what to invest in and you have people to work with. And in the future, you can have multiple sources of income. So what Brad taught me is, dude, the big money's not in Vima. It's not. Like, I'll tell you guys straight up. This is where we're starting. The big money is in real estate, dude. Imagine the guys, like, does anyone here live in an apartment? Some of you guys, what do you guys do, right? You pay rent every single, hey, what's up, bro? So you guys pay rent every single month, right? Right, you pay rent every month. And you guys probably bust your ass to pay rent. And think about it, every other person in the whole apartment complex, they bust their ass every month to pay rent too. Now what does one guy do? He sits on his couch, he chills, he eats his Pizza Hut, he watches the Pacers play the Heat, and he collects all those checks. Why? Because he owns the building and he's renting it out. What Brad told me is, dude, wealthy people, they don't work hard for their money, they have their money work hard for them. They own things and they rent it out, dude. That's what I want to do, man. It's not that I'm lazy, but it's like if I could sit on my ass and make millions of dollars, I'd be kind of happy doing that, you know what I'm saying? So it's like with this is a platform, man. This is a 3 to 5 year plan, depending on how hard you want to work over those years. For me, it's definitely a 3-year plan. It's a 3 to 5 year plan, though, to really set yourself up to create those multiple sources of income. Because for me, I want to have money, like I want to provide for my kids, I want to have a nice house, live in a nice neighborhood, give them nice clothes, I want to have nice cars for sure, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, more importantly than that, I don't want to do what my dad did. Because my dad, he was a multi-millionaire in the 90s. He owned a recording studio in Hollywood, he made it, like he literally made it. But guess what? Now he's unemployed. Wow. Now he doesn't have any money. Now I pay for the bills. Wow. Guess why? Because he had one source of income, which is his recording studio. He never diversified his portfolio, never invested in different things. And guess what happened 10 years ago? Technology started becoming really cheap. So instead of people paying thousands of dollars to go record with him, they'd rather pay $1,000 to make their own recording studio in their garage. Wow. So my dad went from being the dude who made it to the dude he's trying to like figure out his way, and he's 59. and he's restarting in life. That kind of like that's what opened my eyes, dude, is that you need multiple sources of income. And if you wait till you're 30, 40, 50, dude, it's going to be too late. Look at the most successful people that you see all over the internet, all over, you know what I'm saying, like Yahoo News, Business Insider, if you look at those websites, dude, a lot of people that are becoming successful, or a lot of people that are successful, they did it while they were young. Now for me, I'm not some genius. I'm not going to make like some kind of like, you know, crazy technology or some like, I don't even know, I'm not even smart enough to think of smart things. But pretty much it's like, you know what I'm saying, I'm not that special. But when I looked at this, I saw that this is really the only way I could get ahead in life. This is really the only way I wasn't going to graduate in debt. This is really the only way I wasn't going to have to depend on getting a 9 to 5. Because does anyone here, like, do you guys like working your jobs? Hell no. See, what's crazy is I liked the jobs I had. They were fun as shit, dude. I just played with puppies and picked up their poops and then played with them. So it's cool, dude. I love dogs. And I got to work with all my friends, but at the same time, I was going to have no time. So another thing I learned from my dad, why I want multiple sources of income, why I don't want a 9 to 5, is because I want to have money to provide for my family, but I want to also have time to provide for my family. Because my dad, dude, like, do any of you guys ever play sports? Do your parents go to your guys' games? Some of you, yeah, some of you know. See, for me, my dad has never been to a basketball game. Wow. He went to 2 basketball practices, but he's never been to a basketball game. And it's crazy, bro, because I was really fucking good at basketball. I'm not going to lie, I was really good, dude. I wasn't going to the NFL, you know what I'm saying, or the NBA, but I mean, I was working hard. And so what you guys have to look at is when I have a family, because I plan on having a family in the future, I want to have a bunch of little Sams running around, maybe some girls, you know what I'm saying? And I want to be able to be at their basketball games. You know, the girls, I want to take them to ballet. I want to actually like be there for them. Yeah. Because I saw my dad, I saw a lot of my friends' parents, they were never there. That sucks, dude. Why would you have a family if you can't even be there to enjoy the time with your family? It's because that's what everyone else does, dude. No one thinks to do something different so they can spend time with their family. That's what this is, dude. This is something different. And why we're doing it is because what everyone else is doing, they're doing the same shit. They're getting the same shitty results. You know, we're trying to do something different so we can get better results. So you guys have to understand, the one thing I'm going to leave you guys with is if you want to see success in this business, don't go out there and do this on your own. For me, I made $12,000 my first year. My second year, I made $93,000. And this year, I'm going to make a lot more than that. But when I started, my first month, like you said, I broke company records. Now, for me, I didn't do what you guys are probably thinking I did. I didn't go out there and talk to everyone I know. I didn't go out there and, like, you know, preach a bunch of knowledge, dude. I was a senior in high school. I literally just invited my friends over to my house. I invited my friends over to my neighbor Bryce's house. I said, bro, we're working on something big. You got to come check it out. You got to let me know what you think, man. I think we can actually make a lot of money with this. They're like, what is it? Dude, if I could explain it over the phone, don't you think I'd be explaining it right now? That's why I'm asking you to come check it out. So my friends, they came, they checked it out. A lot of them were like, dude, Sam, this is retarded, dude. This is not going to work, bro. Bryce got lucky, bro. There's no way you're going to get a car. And what happened was, I moved on. I was like, cool, man, thanks for your opinion. Peace, bro, get out of my way. And I started talking to acquaintances, I started talking to coworkers, I started talking to people at the gym I played basketball with, and I found the right people that wanted this. I didn't really sell them on anything. I just sold them on myself. I sold them on the fact that I was excited. So if you can get excited, you can do this. You already have 90% of what it takes, and we'll teach you the other 10%, and then you have 100%. That's simple math, you know what I'm saying? That's like that, man. You know, if you guys are interested in learning how this whole thing works, definitely stick around. Definitely get your questions answered, because this is a multi-million, soon-to-be billion-dollar business. And we just talked for like 20, 30 minutes. You probably have a lot of questions right now. You're probably like going, what the hell's going on? So definitely stick around. Definitely get your questions answered. Don't be afraid to come up to me, Varun, you know, ask questions. I don't bite. I just sweat a lot. So sorry about that. But it's like, yeah, man, I mean, that's honestly pretty much it for us. Just make sure you don't leave here with your questions unanswered. Because I was kind of like Varun. You know, I heard about this at first. I blew it off for 2 months. Because I sat there and I was kind of closed-minded. I didn't ask any questions. I walked out. Now, this is not for everybody, but this is definitely for me. And because I was kind of closed-minded, I blew it off for 2 months. Now, in business, it's all about timing. So what happened with me is I blew it off for 2 months. So far, it's cost me about $400,000. And I'm pretty sure for me, for any of you guys, an extra $400K, like, you wouldn't be complaining about that, you know what I'm saying? And for me, that's kind of why I'm working so hard right now, because I did miss out on a huge opportunity because I was skeptical and I was closed-minded. So now I'm working hard. Now I've been in 15 different states this whole year, dude. because I understand if I don't build this thing, somebody else will. If I don't travel out there and get this thing out there, somebody else will. And you guys have to understand right now, we're all here to help you. This is team sales. The reason why no one's going out there doing this on their own is because we all work together. Obviously, one person working alone is going to be less effective than a group of people working together. So the main thing you have to take away is, yeah, you're going to have to learn what to do, but you really have to just meet the people. Because if you don't like the people that are here, you can't work with us. Sorry, it's not going to work for you. But once you start meeting the people, you realize, dude, we're all nice, we're all funny. I mean, I'm funny at least, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, we're all cool, we're all cool people, you know what I'm saying? Once you start meeting the people, that's what really got me even more excited, dude. That we're working with people that are going to pull us up. And that's pretty much it for me, saying that thank you guys for your time. Stick around, get your questions.
Real quick. Hey, Matt, do you want to announce a regional?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yo, if you guys are from...
special event going on. I don't even know when. Just tell them what's up.
Alright, if you guys are from the area, or even if you're not, dude, if you know people in the Midwest whatsoever, on Saturday,